All right, let's dive into everything that's been buzzing around lately. Because the NFL offseason is far from quiet. With the draft behind us and training camp just around the corner, the rumors, contract negotiations, and award predictions are starting to heat up. There's a lot to unpack. And if you've been paying attention, you know this time of year is full of speculation and shifting narratives. First up, let's talk about one of the hottest topics right now: the potential contract extension of a key offensive tackle. There's been plenty of noise around this player's situation, and for good reason. He's been a cornerstone for the team's offensive line, anchoring the left side since being drafted back in 2018. Yet here we are, approaching mandatory team activities, and he's still playing under a contract that only guarantees him a small amount for the upcoming season. With just 1 year left on that deal, the pressure is mounting on the front office to get something done. And from everything I'm hearing, it sounds like both sides are motivated to make it happen. Now, before the draft, a lot of fans and insiders were speculating about a possible holdout or even a trade request. That never really felt like a legitimate concern to me. I had the chance to talk with the player prior to the draft, and there was no hint of discontent. No vibe of someone ready to walk away. In fact, the opposite was true. He recently showed up for voluntary workouts after the draft, a clear sign of commitment. He wants to be here. He wants to build with this team, and that presence, especially during voluntary team activities, says more than any press conference ever could. This is someone who's been a captain, who's led by example, and who still plays at a very high level, regardless of what people say about his age. Some have started calling him old, probably because he's been with the organization since 2018, but let's be real, the guy is still young and producing at a high level. Just take a look at his performance from last season. Yeah, the first few games were a little rough, but from week 6 to week 18, he allowed only 1 sack. One. That kind of consistency matters, especially when you're protecting your quarterback's blind side. And if you're someone who follows the numbers, the Pro Football Focus grades tell a clear story. In the 2024 season, he earned an overall grade of 80.6, including an 81 in pass blocking and 71 in run blocking. That placed him 13th among all tackles in the league. Not elite, but definitely among the better players at his position. So why hasn't the extension happened yet? From what I gather, the team had other priorities leading up to the draft. They were evaluating a massive pool of prospects, trying to lock in their selections and figuring out how best to use their resources. But now that the draft is done, attention is shifting back to current roster management, and that means locking down their top guys, especially when you consider how much the team values offensive line development. It just doesn't make sense to let your most reliable tackle walk away, particularly after trading for a quarterback that needs protection. That quarterback, by the way, has been getting sacked way too much in recent seasons. 50 times last year, 31 the year before, and 46 the year before that. That's not sustainable, especially when you're trying to build a competitive offense. The left tackle position is critical, and while they did draft 2 linemen, neither is ready to take over that role just yet. The chemistry, the timing, the trust, it all takes time to build. The quarterback clearly performs better when he trusts his left tackle, and right now that trust lies with the veteran who's been holding it down for years. You also can't overlook what he brings to the locker room. He's not the loudest voice in the room, but he leads by showing up, by working hard, and by being a steady presence. He's been a captain for 3 straight seasons. He's the kind of guy who shows up to support his teammates. Like that time he joined in a charity eating competition out of nowhere, just to have fun and be there with the squad. That's the kind of teammate coaches and players value. That's the culture you want to build around. And from what I've seen, the coaching staff recognizes that. So what would a fair deal even look like based on other contracts around the league and what this player has meant to the organization? A 2-year extension worth around $41 million with $31 million guaranteed seems reasonable. Add that to the 1 year he's already under contract for, and we're looking at a 3-year total of roughly $56.7 million with that same $31 million guaranteed. That lines him up with other top contributors on the Shea team, both players and coaches, many of whom are working under 3-year deals. If this team is serious about building something special over the next few seasons, this guy needs to be part of that plan. Now let's pivot a bit to another topic that's generating plenty of chatter: the race for NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. There's one running back in particular who's got fans talking. The team used a high pick to bring him in, and naturally expectations are sky high. But is he really a lock to win the award? I'm not so sure. It's certainly a possibility, but the odds are always tricky. You look at past winners and it's usually quarterbacks who take the prize. Wide receivers have had more success recently, but the last time a running back won, it was back in 2018. That tells you something about how the league values production and flash at the skill positions. Still, this rookie has a real shot. He's stepping into an offense that appears to be built with him in mind. The team drafted a wide receiver who's known for his blocking ability. That's not an accident. They also added another piece on offense designed to create space and confusion for defenses before the snap. That kind of movement benefits a running back, giving him a better chance to find lanes or bounce outside. If this rookie can put together a season with around 1,500 rushing yards and the team ends up with 8 to 10 wins, that could be enough to tip the scales in his favor. At the moment, Vegas odds have him in a pretty favorable spot. Though there's still a quarterback out there who might be tough to beat if he starts from day one and puts up strong numbers. Another name being mentioned is a versatile player who might split time between two positions. His usage will be key. There's also a third rookie who's getting buzz, but again, it comes down to opportunity and impact. For our guy, the pieces are in place. The offensive line looks solid, the play design seems geared toward opening up the run game, and the coaching staff is clearly committed to feeding him the ball. That said, he wasn't my top choice in the draft. I'll be honest about that. But the more I watch his college film and think about how he fits into this scheme, the more excited I get. If you're a fan who believes he's going to win Rookie of the Year, let me know. Drop a comment. I know some of you already got his jersey, even if the number's not official yet. That's another thing. People are wondering what number he'll wear. The jersey number currently shown is just a placeholder. The team hasn't made anything official, so don't stress about that. Whatever number he picks, it won't change what he can do on the field. Speaking of jerseys, I checked the latest sales rankings, and this rookie currently sits 4th among all first-year players. That's impressive, but let's be real. I want to see him hit number 1. If you're thinking about getting a jersey, go ahead. Let's help him climb that list and show the league what this fan base is all about. He's already ahead of several notable names, and with a strong start to the season, he could leap into that top spot. It's always cool to see fans wearing a player's jersey with pride, and I have a feeling this one is going to become a fan favorite fast. Alright, now let's talk about the last rumor that's been floating around. A possible reunion between a veteran wide receiver and the Las Vegas Raiders. Over the weekend, some chatter started up after a report surfaced claiming that this player was spotted at an event connected to the team. Naturally, that sent fans into a frenzy. Could he be making a return? Was the front office about to make a big move? Let me be very clear, it's not happening. Not now, and honestly, probably not ever. First of all, there's strong reason to believe the player wasn't even at the event in question. I spoke with a few sources close to the situation, and they confirmed he wasn't present. So where did the rumor come from? Best guess is that someone saw a different player, misidentified him, and the story spiraled from there. It happens. The NFL rumor mill moves fast, and sometimes it runs with things that don't have much basis in reality. But even if he had been there, it still wouldn't make sense. The Raiders just drafted 3 wide receivers in the 2025 NFL Draft. That alone should tell you everything you need to know. The team is focused on building from within, developing young talent, and giving their quarterback the tools he needs to succeed. Bringing back an aging veteran at this point doesn't align with that vision. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Las Vegas Raiders. Oh, don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In a bold move that has sent shockwaves through the NFL, the Las Vegas Raiders have just secured a game-changing acquisition, signing superstar wide receiver TYREEK Hill to a massive contract. Known for his unmatched speed and explosive playmaking ability, Hill's arrival is a clear statement of intent from a Raiders organization that is hungry for success. Hill, who spent the majority of his career with the Kansas City Chiefs, became one of the most feared wide receivers in the league. His ability to stretch the field and turn any pass into a potential touchdown made him a game changer for the Chiefs' high-powered offense. Now, with the Raiders, Hill adds a new dimension to an already promising offensive unit. The Raiders, under the guidance of head coach Josh McDaniels, have been slowly assembling one of the most dynamic offenses in the league. With quarterback Derek Carr at the helm and the addition of TYREEK Hill, the Raiders now boast a dangerous aerial attack that could challenge even the toughest defenses. Hill's speed and agility open up a wide range of possibilities, from deep bombs to perfectly timed slants that can break open the game. This signing also puts the Raiders in a strong position to compete in the competitive AFC West. With the Chiefs, Chargers, and Broncos all filled in top-tier rosters, Las Vegas' decision to bring in Hill was a necessary move. It not only bolsters their offense, but also provides them with a weapon that could turn the tide in their matchups against division rivals. The contract, reportedly one of the largest ever for a wide receiver, is a clear indication of the Raiders' long-term commitment to building a championship-caliber team. Hill's deal reflects his immense value and the Raiders' belief that his presence will push them closer to their Super Bowl aspirations. It's a gamble that could pay huge dividends, with Hill bringing an unparalleled level of talent to the roster. While Hill is the marquee signing, he's not the only weapon on this revamped Raiders offense, with a solid group of playmakers already in place, including running back Josh Jacobs and tight end Darren Waller. The Raiders now have the potential to become one of the most potent offensive units in the NFL. As TYREEK Hill dons the silver and black, the Raiders are entering a new era, one defined by speed, explosive plays, and a relentless pursuit of victory. Fans are buzzing with excitement, and with the stakes higher than ever, the pressure is on Las Vegas to deliver on this bold move. Will this be the year the Raiders take the next step toward the promised land of the Super Bowl? Only time will tell, but with Hill leading the charge, the future looks bright. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Las Vegas Raiders, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.